I'm hiding in my room right now. Doors locked. Lights off. It's 3:08 a.m. Again, I can hear them. Slow, deliberate footsteps in the hallway just outside. Whoever it is doesn't bother being quiet anymore. They haven't for the last 3 nights. Not since they learned I wouldn't scream. My phone's at 2%. I have no signal, just this blinking battery icon and the sound of skin dragging against wood. They're knocking now, gentle, like I'm supposed to believe it's someone I know. I'm trembling, trying not to breathe too loud. Emily, that's my name. But they say it wrong, like their tongue isn't used to it yet. I don't know how they got in. Every door was locked, so every window latched shut. I checked them 4 times before I went to bed. And still, there they are, standing right outside my door. I press myself against the far wall, gripping my dead phone like it's still good for something. Footsteps stop. I hear one long exhale through the crack beneath the door, then a whisper, low and cold, that melts something inside me. I've already been inside, remember? 3 days ago, I thought I was living the dream. My roommate Sarah left for a long weekend trip upstate, and I had the apartment to myself. No small talk, no clattering dishes, no passive-aggressive post-it notes on the fridge, just peace. Silence, the kind of rare, sacred quiet you only get when you're completely alone. I was working from home copywriting gigs. Mostly, I'd throw on a podcast, light a candle, scroll TikTok during lunch. It was nice, really nice. My routine was stupidly comforting. Oversized hoodie, herbal tea, true crime in one ear and the hum of the radiator in the background. I was so sure I'd be fine. I even looked forward to the solitude. On the first night, something knocked on the door. Just once, not loud. Not creepy. Polite, even. Like a neighbor, maybe. Expectant. But when I got up and looked through the peephole, there was no one there. I opened the door, curious. The hallway was empty, quiet. I wasn't scared. Maybe a little uneasy, but I chalked it up to nerves. I'd read too many stories like this. Reddit, threads, glitch in the matrix kind of stuff. Creepy, but fiction. I shut the door, deadbolted it, and laughed at myself a little. I didn't hear the second knock until after midnight. The next night, the lights flickered once in the kitchen, twice in the hallway. Just a quick stutter off, then on, but enough to pause whatever I was doing. I thought it might be a loose bulb or the building's ancient wiring. I live in an older apartment complex where you can hear people walking above you, pipes clanking through the walls, that sort of thing. It's charming when it's daylight. That night, though, something felt different. I was brushing my teeth around 2:30 a.m. when I heard footsteps above me. Slow, heavy. Problem is I'm on the top floor. There's no apartment above mine, just a roof. I stood there, foam in my mouth, toothbrush suddenly feeling like the weakest weapon in the world. But nothing else happened. No more steps. No creaks, just silence. I didn't sleep great. Kept waking up suddenly, heart pounding, like I had been jolted out of something. Saw always around the same time. I finally checked the microwave clock in the kitchen the next morning out of curiosity. 3:08 a.m. I could have sworn I'd looked at it earlier, and it had the right time. That morning it was blinking like it had been reset. Later that day, I caught a glass slightly swivel on my table while I was folding laundry. No drafts, no shaking floors, just moved up half an inch, if that. By the third night, I sat up in bed hearing the unmistakable sound of the TV turning on by itself, the electrical click, pause, then static fuzz. I went into the living room. The screen was glowing, just static, no sound, no channels, just that blank hiss of white and gray. The remote was behind a cushion. There was no alarm set. This keeps happening right when I'm about to fall asleep. Every single time. It waits for me to be warm and comfortable and on the edge of drifting off, then it appears. Not violently, just enough, as if it's learning. And every time, the clock reads 3:08 a.m. by the fourth night. It wasn't a coincidence. I didn't technically wake up, I was already half awake, like my body knew it was time. My eyes shut open at exactly 3:08 a.m. No alarm, no noise. Just the sense that something was about to start. Then came the footsteps. From the hallway, just outside my bedroom. Slow, uniform, like someone walking barefoot across the wooden floorboards. Careful not to disturb anything, but the steps were always the same 6 paces, pause, then 3 more every night. I stayed frozen in bed the first time, clutching a pillow, too scared to breathe. Then I heard the click from the living room, the TV turning on again, followed by a soft hiss of static. I didn't go look. Not anymore. The next night, same thing, 3:08 a.m. Same number of footsteps, same click, same static. But this time I noticed something new when I finally got the courage to open my door after sunrise. I found scratches on the wood. 3 marks, right at eye level. Jagged, uneven, not knife clean either. Like someone or something had dragged their nails slowly down the door. They weren't there the day before. I would have noticed. The 5th night, I blocked the door with a chair before I went to bed. Even stacked some books in front of it. Hey, anything to make a noise or slow something down. Seat. But when I woke up unsurprisingly at 3:08 a.m., the books were gone, neatly placed by the window. The chair was untouched, and the footsteps had come anyway. Always starting in the same place, that always ending in front of my door. It wasn't random, it was repeating like a program running a fixed routine. Not a haunting, a pattern. Each event made no sense alone, but together, they formed something more structured. Like I was living in an echo, not of my own memories, but someone else's. Someone who had lived through this, Sikwa already, and maybe didn't survive it. Was the 6th night when I heard something moving inside the ceiling, not above it, inside it. A soft scraping, like fingers brushing across drywall. I followed the sound to the far corner above my closet and saw the faint outline of a square and old ceiling vent I had never noticed before. I climbed up on a chair, popped it open, and reached inside. My hand closed around something wrapped in fabric. It was a small, leather journal, worn, water-damaged at the edges. The kind of thing that absorbs every smell and stain of wherever it's been. There was no name on the front. Just one scratched word in the corner. M.I. Flipped it open. The handwriting was looping and frantic. A woman's. And the entries. They didn't just sound familiar, they matched my exact experience. Woke at 3:08 a.m. Footsteps again. Always the same count, same pause. TV static but no remote. Door keeps creaking at the same moment. Kids waiting for something. Entry after entry, she detailed everything I thought had only just started, word for word. Sometimes I hear it breathe, like it's catching up. Sometimes I hear myself, talking from the other room. The last page hit hardest. I'm writing this in case someone finds it. I'll try locking my door tonight. I just hope my other self doesn't come in again. I closed the journal, hands shaking. Other self. Had someone else lived through this cycle already? Or worse, was I just another iteration? Something wasn't haunting this apartment. Something was replaying stories it liked. I couldn't take it anymore. 7 nights, 7 exact awakenings at 3:08 a.m. I hadn't slept properly since the first knock. My skin buzzed constantly, stuck between panic and exhaustion. I needed help. I needed someone to tell me I was losing a tour that I wasn't. I grabbed my phone and dialed Casey, my best friend. It rang once, tin dropped. I tried again. Nothing. Just that hollow call failed. Screen like the phone wasn't even bothering to pretend it was trying. So I dialed 911. Nothing then. Static, not silent static. Tick. Electric and flickering like the sound spilling from the TV each night. It crackled in electric bursts, fading into a low hum like someone breathing into an old receiver. And then I heard my own voice. Not similar. Not close. Exact. Word -4 word. It repeated what I'd said to myself just minutes earlier when I first picked up the phone. My own panicked voice, the trembling stammer, the way I whispered, "Please work," as I tapped the screen. Then the tone shifted slower, colder, as if whoever was repeating me had learned the pattern and grown tired of the script. And it said, "Don't open the door this time." I froze. Then came the knock, soft, familiar rhythm. Not the one from the first night. This one was slower. Closer. Then came the voice. Emily. Same cadence, same pitch, same syllables. But not mine. Not anymore. I didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't blink. My hand hovered inches from the knob. But I swear I never touched it. It turned on its own. No click, no creak. Just smooth motion, like a key that had already been turned from the other side. The door opened. There was no wind, no pressure change. The hallway didn't shift in light or temperature. It was as if the space beyond the frame had been waiting. And there she was, me, standing there, barefoot, wearing the exact same hoodie and sweatpants I had on, same split ends, same tired face. Only her eyes didn't twitch, didn't scan the room. They just stared, vacant and endless, like glass marbles holding something behind them. She didn't speak. She didn't need to, because behind her, in that unnatural darkness outside my doorway, something moved. Not fast, but wide. Tall, like a curtain of shadow being drawn back slowly by unseen hands. It had no shape of its own, just suggestions. Teeth where light tried to form, to fingers where it failed. My double blinked once, and behind her, the darkness smiled. At least I think that's what it was trying to do. I moved out, deleted my number. New address, new locks, new name on the lease. But every so often, I still wake up at 3:08 a.m. The air feels too still, the door just barely open. I always tell myself I forgot to shut it, said Saul. Until I hear the voice again, soft, amused, almost patient. I'm already inside. Q, just haven't looked hard enough. I don't know if this will end, or if it's already started again. If this post disappears, it wasn't me that deleted it.